Hello and welcome back. At this moment I think everyone knows what's gonna happen as soon as I jump into this ship. So far this Cortops has been one of my longest living and one of my most successful ships in the game. 118 kills at the moment, which is nice. Now I did change the rigs, I did change the fit for this ship to make it more lethal, and I'll show you the fitting in a second. In the high slots I have two Type C autocannons, a change from the lasers. Now people did tell me that the lasers use a lot of energy. That is true, and I decided to try out the autocannons. So far they did perform quite well, and these turrets are also pretty nice in all perspectives. And here you can see the stats, overall pretty good. In the medium slots, the good old Predator Web and Predator Disruptor, and the good old Republic Fleet Warp Scrambler. So far these modules are perfect. Drones are Marks and Hammerheads. So far they have been performing really good. As soon as I hit tier 9, I'll definitely replace them with tier 9 drones or faction drones. And of course the dual propulsion fit in the low slots. Now for the rigs. I do have two drone firepower augmenter, and finally I did change one of those into a drone speed augmenter to increase the drone rate of fire, and that did increase the DPS quite a bit. So far the current fit that I have is, I think, one of the best ones that I could come up with. It did perform quite well. It is both fast and it does have both good speed and good DPS. And in the engineering rigs, the good old dual auxiliary thrusters and a targeting rig to compensate for the cloaking device. Well then, the second fit is the fit where you can maximize your DPS with the dual drone damage amplifiers. These modules are, well, one of my favorites in the game, and they are quite expensive. 100 million ISK per module. And well, let me quickly demonstrate the DPS on this ship with the current fit and with the current rigs, and of course with the current skills. 668.79 DPS. Well, that is indeed impressive. Especially a month ago, some people did tell me that it is impossible to get the ship over 700 DPS. Well, I am pretty close to the 700 DPS mark, which was my initial goal, and now I think I can actually go well above 700 DPS on this ship. I might actually hit 900 eventually, we will see. The afterburner speed and the DPS on the second fit is shown here. The MVD speed is at 2.5 km per second, the afterburner speed at 1.2 km per second. The DPS on the second fit is 558, which is good. Of course, a little bit lower than the first fit, but dual propulsion is important, especially for solo PvP. And with that being said, well, time to jump in and, well, let the hunt begin. Okay, well, the first one will be a little bit interesting because we are having a defense, because we did have a, well, not a necessarily enemy corp at the gate, but they did camp the gate close to our systems, and that means we have to defend ourselves against that. And I am warping in at the gate where they are located at, and here we go. Let's see. Okay, I see one interdictor. I see two interdictors actually. Okay, I'll focus on the cruiser. MVD on, drones are out. Okay, let's orbit at 5 kilometers. I will now switch to the afterburner. I have very good teammates. Okay, and I did lock that Ferox, that will be the next target. And now my drones attack, but it is already too late because that ship was destroyed. Onto that battlecruiser now. Okay, I will orbit at 6 kilometers. Drones are engaging the target. I'll quickly approach with the MVD. Scramble will be enabled in a second. A Bellicose warped in. Okay, good. That means that the ship will get webbed while the battlecruiser gets disrupted, and I think I'll also scramble that Bellicose because I think those things come with MVDs. Okay, now shooting down this Ferox. It's going down pretty quickly. It is a cavalry ship. Once they lose their shields, the ship has been destroyed. Okay, that was a nice kill. And now onto that Bellicose interdictor. Yeah, it is fast, but not fast enough. I'm going into web range. I got a scrambler on this ship. Good. Capacity running low, but that's okay. Afterburner can keep on running forever because it is cap stable with the afterburner engaged. Bellicose losing its shields. That is one tanky Bellicose. I have to admit, that is one very tanky Bellicose interdictor. And ship got destroyed. Okay. Okay, well those were some expensive ships. Those were some very expensive ships, oh my. Let me get that loot. Of course, we will share that with the corporation and with the alliances. Here you can see the kills. Very nice kills. That Bellicose was 2.2 billion, almost 2.3 billion. Impressive. That interdictor 1.3 billion, and this Ferox 466 million. Well, those were some nice kills, and definitely one of the better defenses that we did have. And oh, what is this? Well, that's my internet connection kicking in. Oh man. Gotta be careful if you play Eve with terrible internet, because one mistake can cost you your ship. Well then, let's cloak up and let's wait for the next kill to warp in on the gate here. So far, it was good. Okay, next target, a Thrasher interdictor for some reason warped in, and I did expect a whole fleet to warp in, but this Thrasher interdictor is not interested in opening a bubble. It got whacked, it got scrammed, and yep, this ship is not having a good day today. Once they lose their MVD and once they get webbed, they are toast. And that was a nice kill. Let me quickly grab that loot. There we go. And let's quickly align towards, well, let's quickly get out of this sphere. This is a interdictor sphere. I think we have one of these. And the next kill is this Executioner Interceptor. Again, I don't know what this ship did think for warping in on this gate, but I guess wrong place at the wrong time. And this frigate got destroyed very quickly. Let's quickly grab that loot. Why not? Well, that was interesting. That was very interesting. I think it was transporting planetary materials. Next target is this Omen Trainer. Let's quickly wreck this ship. Well, my teammates are doing fantastic job at killing this thing. My drones barely reached the target, and they already wrecked it. This ship is mostly suitable for solo combat because of drones, while the other core-top ships are more suitable for fleets, but I still love to fly this ship in fleets, so I do that. Next target, a Omen trainer. I don't know what these ships are doing here, but well, I will not complain. And this Omen trainer got absolutely destroyed. Oh my god, it was blown out of the sky in a blink of an eye. Okay, that was very nice. Let's quickly get that pod. Next kill, another Omen. Alright, well, these Omens are everywhere. I will quickly approach with the MVD on. This ship is actually really good for the job because it's very fast. It will be faster. The calculations that I did showed me that I can make this ship go at least 3.2 kilometers per second. That is very fast for a cruiser, and I'll definitely try to make it as fast as that while retaining the same DPS, because this ship so far is one of the ship's core characteristics is its speed. Okay, let's go on to I think one solo kill. I'm not quite sure, I'm about to find out. A Omen. Alright, well, let's engage this target orbiting at 7 kilometers. It is within the disruptor range. Okay, good. It is in the web range and it is in the scrambler range. Good. This is my new fit with the autocannons and with the changed rigs. So far, good damage done on that ship. Its shields is down. Now onto the ship's armor. Its armor going down very quickly, and it popped a shield extender. Alright, well, fair enough. A Omen with a shield extender and a shield booster, I believe. Yeah, it is a shield booster. Well, shooting it down will be a piece of cake because these things have, well, actually they have good armor, so it might not be that easy as I think. Okay, that Omen is now firing back. It took a while, but they are firing back now. But the beam lasers are never going to hit this ship at this range with this speed. That's why afterburners are so good. You orbit at a ship with, let's say, artillery weapon, and well, they are never going to be able to hit it. Let's quickly get that rack. Okay, oh, a blueprint. Okay, nice. And that pod has been destroyed. Time to warp out. Well, that was nice. And well, time to go on to the next part of this video. This will be a tier 8 Serpentis DeadSpace. And well, the DeadSpace anomalies can be very dangerous. It is a tier 8, so I expect very difficult opponents. And I have this ship fitted for PvP just in case if anyone decides to crash our DeadSpace run. And warped in. At first you see the normal tier 8 ships that you can encounter in the hard encounters and in the tier 8 storylines. I have uncloaked and I'll take range from these ships because after all this ship is built for PvP, not for PvE. I am more of a protection here because most of these ships are fitted for PvE, not for PvP, and of course, you never know what can happen in all. We might get jumped by a enemy fleet, so I need to be prepared for that type of scenario. Okay, I did launch my drones on that Talos battlecruiser because that thing is within my range, and I will orbit at, let's see, 36 kilometers with the afterburner, or even 20 kilometers, because speed tank works with the ship quite well. It has a small signature radius and overall it's very fast, so it is hard to be hit if you use a afterburner, of course. Okay, that Talos is going down, that's good. So in these anomalies you can encounter the Shadow Serpentis or the other super elite ships. The Shadow Serpentis ships are going to be interesting, you are going to see them later on. Next wave has 12 enemy ships, okay. We have a serious firepower over here, so I feel quite safe. But of course, you need to have a PvP ship as help in case other players decide to crash this anomaly and to take this anomaly from us. Which can happen again. This is null and our neighborhood used to be kind of interesting. But things might actually cool down a bit after the sovereignty update has dropped. And I am very excited to see how that will end up. Okay, 6 ships are left. We are wrecking these ships so far quite nicely. Okay, on to the next target. Another Talos will be destroyed. I still orbit at 24 kilometers with the afterburner. So far they haven't been interested in shooting me. Of course, that doesn't mean that they are not going to shoot at me. Okay, and I'll focus on that Brutix as next target. Okay, so far so good. So far no problems. Next target is this Vexor sniper. Once I hit the rate, you are going to see some very nice and some very new ships that I will fly. They are going to be fun to use, and some of them might actually be a good replacement for the faction ships in storyline missions, especially the ships that have long range. The next wave, after you jump through the gate, has 12 enemy ships waiting for you. Again, most of these ships are normal enemies at the moment. You can find some elite ships. The Shadow Serpentis still did not arrive. You have to clear a couple waves first before you can get one of these to show up. Okay, blowing up that Vexor was nice. Time to blow up, let's see what my next target will be. I think, yeah, I'll just go with the ship that's closest to me. And I didn't even notice that I was getting shot at until my shield was down. This is why you need to be careful when you do these anomalies, because these things do serious damage. And well, my ship is not built to take hits. After all, it's built for PvP at the moment, so I have to quickly get away from all that incoming fire. Okay, let me approach that small anomaly. My armor is at 30%, which is quite low. Kinda surprised, did not expect them to target me, but they did, and well, barely escaped with any armor left, which is not a problem. Of course, I am not backing down, I'll still be here as support. But this was kind of it almost went bad, but thankfully the ship is fast, so I took range incredibly fast. And now I am well out of their range. And of course the drone trick is still working. As you can see, the drones are still attacking that thorax, which is good. I can still help even at 120 kilometers from the ships. Okay, let's see. The damage looks serious this time around. They even managed to hit the command bridge on this ship. And this is the Shadow Serpentis ship, the Shadow Vigilant. Okay, well, that's the grand prize of a DeadSpace anomaly. These things carry officer modules, they carry DeadSpace equipment, which is good and expensive, and well, it is at the moment my primary modules that I use because I like expensive ships. Well, I am approaching our Guardian in the hopes of getting some shield back at least, but I don't have high hopes because we are preparing to warp to the next site. Okay, well, or I actually might get some shield boost. Let's see. So this was the second wave of the DeadSpace. Well, so far they are pretty fun to do, but at the same time they're hard, and you need a very good fleet for these. Can you technically solo them? Well, I wouldn't warp in one of these anomalies solo, even with a faction ship. Maybe if I can snipe them at 150 kilometers, maybe then, but I wouldn't do these solo. Maybe faction battleships can do that, but still, I wouldn't play around with those elite ships that are very fast. They do some very good damage. Guardians can survive getting hit. After all, they are made to withstand a lot of damage. So, if you have a Guardian, then you don't have to worry about getting damaged too much. And well, the third site, or should I say the third jump, I did warp too close to this and I cloaked. Thankfully I have the cloaking device installed. I am taking range and I'm waiting for the rest of the fleet to arrive to avoid being the primary target. Okay, now I'm taking range at 100 kilometers. After that I'll approach the closest ship to me, and after that I will engage them in combat. My shield slowly going up. It's still quite low, especially considering the fact that my armor is barely holding. We have a couple faction ships at the moment. They are doing a fantastic job. And let's see, which ship should I approach? Well, I think I'll just stay on approaching the closest ship to me. These 4 or 5 faction ships that are floating around there, they are doing incredible damage, so this will be cleared very quickly. Okay, I will approach my corp members. Okay, good. I have my afterburner engaged. I should just enable the MVD because it gives me twice more speed, but at the same time I kind of don't want to increase my signature radius. It makes me harder to hit. Okay, enabling the MVD to approach my allies. Okay, quickly approaching our Guardian, and they are sitting there. They have range, of course. My old fit for this ship did have 85 kilometer range. With my current skills, it would be 85 kilometers. That is some very good range. That means technically I would be able to send my drones out at this range in this DeadSpace anomaly. Okay, and next wave has 17 ships. It did spawn a Shadow Vigilant. Okay, that's nice. That means I need to slowly prepare myself to approach that location over there. Okay, this wave of ships is getting destroyed. One of the final waves, by the way. I think there are no more waves after this one, or should I say there are no more new warp-ins after this one. And I will approach I'm approaching this sniper that got destroyed. Okay, good. Now I will approach the Talos battlecruiser. We actually did clear this very quickly. We did have some serious firepower here. Well, I noticed the jump gate. That means there is the 4th warp pin. Oh my god. These DeadSpace sites are always interesting. You never know what can happen. Okay, that Brutix getting destroyed. And yep, that was the last ship of this wave. That means it will be time to get to that gate. Alright, well, the 4th jump in, and the primary target is this Shadow Vigilant. There are 3 Shadow Vigilants. Oh my god, they will drop some very nice loot. They will drop some very nice loot. And I have to be careful because one of them is approaching me. Definitely don't want to get shot by that thing, so I'll quickly take range while I retain my drones on the current primary target. After that one is destroyed, I'll send my drones to the other Shadow Vigilant. I'll keep it at 53 kilometer range, just to be close enough to quickly approach and to quickly drop my drones on them. They are taking some nice damage, by the way, and this one is slowly getting destroyed. Okay, this one is getting blown up. Well, 1 Vigilant less. Time to engage the next one, which would be, I think, will be this one that I have locked on, or the other one. Well, I'll just send drones to this one that I have locked on already, because it is closer. Okay, MVD is off. I'll let the inertia carry the ship for the next couple of seconds, then I will quickly tap on the MVD just for 1 cycle. After that I'll quickly take range, just to avoid getting shot by these things. And the last 4 remaining ships on the field are normal enemies. This was a very successful and a very good run. Have to say, it was a very fun DeadSpace, and I did survive it with this ship. Next time I definitely have to be a lot more careful to avoid any incoming damage, because I was mostly PvP support here in case we have intrusion by other enemy alliances or enemy corps, which did not happen because we did have some serious firepower here, and we could have melted anything that did decide to go in and attack us. And the last ship was destroyed and the DeadSpace was cleared. That was a very nice run, and so far one of the most successful days that we did have as a corp and as a alliance. Overall, in all perspectives, both PvP and of course both PvE, and including of course mining. Well then, I have to admit I did have fun being I have to admit it was fun for me to be part of this. The PvP was good, I have enjoyed it, the DeadSpace was absolutely amazing and I did enjoy it. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed, stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see you next time.